Welcome to All In from KNSU Television on the campus of Nicholls State University. I am your host, Jackson Morrow. Thanksgiving is coming up next week, and one of the most loved traditions for the holiday is watching the Macy's Parade on TV. Anthony Carlo has a preview of this year's parade, including the new floats and all the work that goes into them.
To be iconic is to be larger than life.
What we're trying to do is make the parade bigger and better than ever each year.
To be in charge of these massive floats, you have to know what the people are talking about. And that means spending more than 100 hours to bring Wednesday Addams to life.
We worked with our friends at Netflix to tell Wednesday's story of the parade, and what she's doing is playing a little joke on her little brother Pugsley and sending him down the route on a sheet pan of rotten vegetables.
7 of the more than 20 floats are new and will debut on the parade route this year. Minnie Mouse dances atop Magic Meets the Seas by Disney Cruise Line.
This float is going to feature a performance by Captain Minnie and a bunch of her friends from Disney.
On the Bronx Zoo's float, each animal is designed to be life-size. Those who've kicked it all into gear, everyone from engineers to carpenters, working for months in this warehouse leading up to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Creative director Brendan Kennedy wants to leave a mark with each float.
We're looking to tell a fun, family-friendly, festive story easily and quickly, because we only have a few moments. They're shuffling down the road.
The attention to detail is something. For example, this Rayo's Pasta Night float, if you take a look around the float, you'll see a menacing dragon. But look a little closer. You'll notice its claws are designed to look like macaroni.
We created a story of a knight fighting a fire-breathing dragon that's made out of lasagna and pasta, and he's riding a rigatoni pony. And it's those attention to detail that I think are so important and what really make the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade so special.
So special, they're already working on next year's floats.
A food pantry in Westbrook, Maine is helping struggling college students during the holiday season.
A lot of my friends and the people that I know deal with food insecurity a lot.
Christina Roscoe is a student at Southern Maine Community College.
Any of the money that I have is pretty much going to my payment for the dorms right now.
She also volunteers at Captain's Cupboard, a food pantry on campus serving as many as 500 students a month, many of them commuters.
They're commuting and they don't have the money to rent an apartment and car payments and food, especially usually a lot of people have to choose between one or the other.
We do our best to try to be accommodating for everyone that we can.
Clara Thompson works at Captain's Cupboard.
We've been getting a lot more people recently. Food is very essential. I went through a lot of food insecurity, so I know how important it is.
Captain's Cupboard gets most of its food from the Good Shepherd Food Bank, Wayside Food Programs, and South Portland Food Cupboard.
We do fresh produce, eggs, milk, meats.
Director Dwayne Hopkins says over the last year, dozens more people have been coming here for food on a regular basis.
Seniors, veterans, single-family homes. Our recipients leave here in tears of joy and just thrilled that they're able to receive the kind of food that we give.
Wayside Food Programs plans to deliver 700 Thanksgiving meals next week to those in need, along with 100 turkeys and all the trimmings for 100 families to cook their own Thanksgiving dinner.
This week is really critical to get those turkeys to us so we can get them out so people can prepare them.
Nearly all the food you see here has been donated by local food chains, and those donations have remained steady. What's changed, though, is the demand, which continues to go up.
Food is an extra. People have to pay rent, they have to buy medication, they have to pay for transportation. Food is one of those things that people say, well, I can do with a little less of it today, or I can skip dinner tomorrow and save a few bucks. So I'm sure that's what's going on with a lot of the students.
Food for thought.
Can't really function well without a full meal.
You are probably getting your turkey plans together for Thanksgiving, but some residents in one Massachusetts town are dealing with a different type of turkey ahead of the holidays. Addie Patterson spoke with a local resident who says an actual large turkey bird has been wreaking havoc around the neighborhood.
keep a distance between me and the turkey at all times. Turkey does not like that, and surprisingly is not dissuaded by it. The turkey tends to come back.
On Saturday, local resident David Fromm took to social media addressing concern over a large turkey lurking around his porch and driveway, disturbing his family and other folks in the Longmeadow neighborhood.
I put a Facebook post up because I didn't quite know what you do when you confront a wild turkey.
Community members responding to Fromm's Facebook post with nearly 400 comments, some offering advice on what to do with the bird.
From Thanksgiving menus to taking the turkey in, making it a pet. Lots of ideas to sort of push the turkey away.
But it doesn't stop there. Fromm's post reaching others in the neighborhood who believe they knew where the bird came from. We saw the bird too, our Western Mass News crew capturing this video of him wandering around the neighborhood.
Turns out it's not a wild turkey. It turns out that it belongs to somebody in the neighborhood, and that it has a name, and the name is Tovin.
After seeing the post, the bird's owner reached out to Fromm and claimed Tovin had been missing for about 5 days, that information adding some color to the situation.
It's funny, I think what I interpreted as aggression is probably more loneliness. I think he wants to be friends, and he's probably hungry. From what I understand, he's very used to human contact, and so perhaps I misjudged this turkey. Perhaps I should have been more welcoming.
Millions of crabs on the move have islanders seeing red, and scores of New York City commuters pause for subway therapy. Coming up in today's Take a Look at This.
Take a look at a crazy, creepy, crawly crab crusade caught on camera. Millions of red crabs recently began their annual famous migration in the Australian territory of Christmas Island. Every year, countless crustaceans make the pilgrimage from the island's forest plateau down to the sea to mate and spawn. Experts say the crabs timed their migration to coincide with the last quarter of the moon. The fascinating event captures not only the awe of nature lovers worldwide, but offers a boon for local residents as the migration marvel is the island's biggest tourism draw. That explains why the residents take great care and preparation to protect the species and this annual amazing wildlife spectacle. Speaking of being on the move, that's exactly the opposite of what happened when a Southern California amusement park thrill ride became stuck, leaving nearly 24 riders trapped at an awkward angle for hours. KABC reports a malfunction ground the Soul Spin ride at Knott's Berry Farm to a halt, but responders were able to eventually crank it down to level ground and at long last let the trapped passengers go. Finally, commuters normally on the go in the bustling Big Apple are taking a breather to engage in what's being called NYC subway therapy. Originally started in 2016 after an intense election season, the engaging and interactive art installation recently returned, allowing subway travelers to take a step back and pay it forward by sharing personal reflections, venting daily frustrations, or just spreading some always welcome positive vibes. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
The highly anticipated boxing match between the 27-year-old Jake Paul and 58-year-old Mike Tyson took place at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas last Friday night. The opening rounds of the fight were tame until Tyson came out aggressively in the third round. However, Paul controlled most of the fight against Tyson, who had started to show signs of fatigue. Paul's victory brings him to 11-1 in his professional career, including 7 knockouts. Now we will take a break, but when we get back, Connor and Brogan will talk sports.
Every year, thousands of tons of litter are thrown from our cars onto the unsuspecting wildlife below. Polluting our wetlands and cluttering our forests. Please reconsider and don't litter. You're only killing our wildlife.
Last Friday, KNSU sports reporter Connor Gisclair was at Terrebonne High School to see the Tigers take on the Chalmette Owls.
The Louisiana High School playoffs started off with a bang on Friday as the 24-seed Chalmette Owls upset the 9-seed Terrebonne Tigers. Chalmette won 20-17 after kicking an 18-yard field goal as time expired.
It's that time of year again, folks. It's playoff season. The 9-seed Terrebonne Tigers took on the 24-seed Chalmette Owls. The Tigers get on the board first with this Brennan McCormick field goal. 3-0, Terrebonne. On the pursuing kickoff, Chalmette's Braden Morrissey makes a man miss and is off to the races. Chalmette's drive is stalled, but they go for a fake to Morrissey once more, but he is short of the end zone. Terrebonne running back Alvin Celestin makes a man miss, setting up the Tigers nicely in the red zone. Direct snap to Quincy Adams. Terrebonne leads 10-0. On their next drive, the Owls find their first points of the game. 10-3 Terrebonne. Terrebonne quarterback Owen Oliver drops back to pass but fumbles Chalmette ball. Chalmette answer quickly on this Breeze Wilson touchdown pass to Jackson Nunez. 10-10 all tied up. Chalmette add on to that on this Axton Lopez tush-push touchdown. That's 17 unanswered for the Owls. Owen Oliver, feeling the pressure, finds Alvin Celestin for the big gain. On the next play, Celestin gets the ball once more and finds the end zone. 17-17, all tied up. Chalmette quarterback Breeze Wilson sees a receiver downfield but is intercepted by Matthew Ruffin. On their next drive, Terrebonne is forced to punt from their own end zone. The Owls' Jaden Williams gets the ball and sets up the Owls nicely in scoring position. The kick is good as time expires. Chalmette wins 20-17.
When you got 9 playing 24, when you got 9 playing 24, 24 is not supposed to win.
Next week, Chalmette travels to Hahnville for their second round matchup.
Reporting for KNSU TV, I'm Connor Gisclair.
The New Orleans Saints take on the Cleveland Browns in an interconference matchup. Taysom Hill takes it off the right side and in for the 10-yard touchdown. 10-0 Saints. Jameis Winston avoids the rush and completes it to Jerry Jeudy, who takes it 89 yards for the touchdown. 7-6 Saints. Derek Carr completes it to Marquez Valdez-Scantling, takes it 71 yards for the touchdown. 14-6 Saints. Jameis Winston completes it to Elijah Moore for the 30-yard touchdown. 14-14, all tied up. Taysom Hill takes it off the right side and all the way for the 33-yard touchdown. 21-14 Saints. Derek Carr completes it to Jawan Johnson for the 1-yard touchdown. 28-14 Saints. Taysom Hill takes it off the left side and breaks it for a 75-yard touchdown. Saints win 35-14.
Tonight, our men's basketball team will take on the Towson Tigers. The first 300 students who show up will receive a free River Bell Classic t-shirt. Tomorrow, our football team will take on Southeastern in the River Bell Classic at home. Kickoff starts at 6 p.m. That is all we have for sports this week. Your host, Jackson Morrow, will be right back.
Every year, thousands of tons of litter are thrown from our cars onto the unsuspecting wildlife below. Polluting our wetlands and cluttering our forests. Please reconsider and don't litter. You're only killing our wildlife. Every year, thousands of tons of litter are thrown from our cars onto the unsuspecting wildlife below. Polluting our wetlands and cluttering our forests. Please reconsider and don't litter. You're only killing our wildlife.
That is all we have for today's episode of All In. With this being our last episode of the semester, we would like to thank you all for watching and see you next time.